The Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most iconic teams in the NBA, is set to be sold by the family that has owned it since 1979, and the price tag is $10 billion. ESPN reported today that the Buss family has agreed in principle to sell their portion of the Los Angeles Lakers to Mark Walter. And while the deal has only been agreed to in principle and not been finalized, that price tag would be the highest sale of any U.S. sports franchise. Mark Walter is the chief executive of TWG Global, and they have their hands in a number of sports, including the Los Angeles Sparks, the upcoming Cadillac F1 team, and in 2012 they bought the Los Angeles Dodgers for $2 billion. But this sale feels so cyclical when it comes to the history of the NBA. For a quick trip down memory lane, Jerry Buss bought the Lakers in 1979, and when he bought the team, the league was really in a downward spiral when it came to viewership. They were on the verge of bankruptcy, and they were really struggling to get anyone to care about the league. And then under the ownership of Jerry Buss, we see a huge change, because that is where the Showtime era of the Lakers starts. In the 1980s, we see two teams really credited with the revival of the NBA, and those are the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Magic Johnson, and their bitter rivals, the Boston Celtics, led by Larry Bird. This was a rivalry that not only brought incredibly good basketball to our league, but also, very importantly, viewership, which brought money. And in the history of the NBA, the Lakers and the Celtics are two of the most iconic teams, and a lot of that comes back to the 1980s. And their rivalry and their basketball and the ownerships of those teams really did change the way the league was perceived, and overall create stars that created popularity. And what's interesting is that in 46 years of ownership by the Buss family, we've seen the team win 10 titles and be the home to major stars in the league. Stars like Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now LeBron James. And the Lakers have had multiple eras of dominance, but what we've seen lately is a downturn in that. The Lakers haven't won a championship or even made it to the finals since 2020. And they were also knocked out of the playoffs this year in the very first round. Additionally, we're also seeing a viewership decline when it comes to the NBA. While we're nowhere near the same bankruptcy era of the NBA that we were in 1979 when Jerry Buss bought this team, we are seeing a decline in viewership and a league that is trying to figure out how to fix that. And so the thing that this sale brings up for me is a question of history repeating itself. 46 years ago, new ownership for the Los Angeles Lakers not only revitalizes the team, but revitalizes the entirety of the NBA. And now we're looking at a sale to someone who has made major changes to another iconic franchise, the Los Angeles Dodgers, that resulted in 2 World Series titles since the purchase. And interestingly enough, in terms of history repeating itself, the team that currently holds the record for the largest sale in the NBA is the Boston Celtics, who sold for $6.1 billion. And so it'll be interesting to see what the final price tag of this sale is, and if the changes that are made by this ownership changing hands also have a similar effect on the league that the last time the Los Angeles Lakers were sold did. So I'm curious for you, if you are a Los Angeles Lakers fan, how weird does it feel to think that the Buss family might not be at the helm anymore? Do you think that the Lakers might be able to return to glory soon? How do you feel about the Los Angeles Lakers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the new Formula One Cadillac team all being under the same ownership umbrella?